What's up everybody, Silver here with another Halo Master Chief Collection Achievement Guide. This time we're doing Guerilla, which is in Halo 3 beat the par score on Sierra 117. So start up that level. You could do this on any difficulty, but the higher the difficulty, the more points you'll get for all the kills you get. So you do want to do it on a higher difficulty. It'd be kind of tough to get it on easy because obviously the multiplier is 0.25 for every kill. So you actually get less points than you would normally. Normal is 1, Heroic is 2, and Legendary is a 4 times multiplier. So I'm doing this on Heroic. Immediately when you come to this section, you want to jump up on that log, then jump up here and assassinate that brute real quick, and then all the grunts will probably run away like they're doing right now, and you just want to headshot them. It's kind of tough to headshot them since they're running away from me and not showing me their heads, but once they do turn around, just shoot them in the face. There's a bunch of grunts in this area to clear out. Like I said, I'm doing this on Heroic, but if you do it on Heroic, you're going to want to put on some skulls to get your multiplier up even more. I have on 5 skulls right now. I have Mythic on, I have Tough Luck, Catch, Thunderstorm, and Tilt. So I have 5 skulls on actually. Normally I do this on Legendary. I do all my par scores on Legendary, but this time around I decided I'd do it on Heroic and put on some skulls to show you guys that that is a possibility. My Halo 1, 2, and ODST par score guides, I'm all doing it on Legendary with no skulls on. Actually I might have a couple skulls on sometimes, but a lot of the times I won't have any skulls on and I'll just do it Legendary. And some of you guys were like, hey, I'd like to see it on Heroic instead because I don't want to play Legendary. And I'm like, alright, let's do that. So that's what we're doing here. Obviously this part, once you move up ahead a little bit and kill enough enemies, a Phantom will come in to drop off more enemies. There's going to be a Brute down here with a Brute shot, and also some more Grunts. So get ready to fight those guys. I don't really like the weapons you start out with in this level. It's an Assault Rifle, which is lame, and also a pistol, which I'm not a fan of this pistol. This instance of a pistol in a Halo game. It's probably, I think it's my least favorite. I think I mentioned that in another guide of mine. I think it is my least favorite pistol, and the Assault Rifle is not particularly powerful in this game, especially with the Tilt skull on. Tilt is one of the 5 skulls I have on, and that makes it so that the strengths and weaknesses of all the weapons and shields are amplified. So normally plasma-based weapons are very good at taking down shielding, but they're not great at actually taking down the health of enemies. And vice versa for human weapons. Human weapons are great at taking down the health of enemies, but they're not great at taking down shielding. So those strengths and weaknesses are just increased with the Tilt skull on. That's what the Tilt skull does. So the Assault Rifle will not really do much against a shielded Brute because it's normally not great against shielded enemies, and now with the Tilt skull on, it is even worse at taking down shields. So you can see I quickly exchanged it for a plasma pistol so I could easily take out the shielding of the Brutes. So I use that noob combo technique. It's easy to get a plasma pistol in this area. There are 2 fresh plasma pistols in a crate, and there's also a bunch of plasma pistols just lying around from the grunts you killed, so you can easily grab one. So that way you could take down the shielding of Brutes very easily, and also you could just headshot them once their shields are down, and grunts you could just headshot to begin with because they have no shields. So basically you just want a plasma weapon at all times, and also a headshot weapon at all times. So a carbine is both of those things, so that's a good thing to have. I'm going to grab one right up here. There's a crate full of them right here as you fall down into this section. So grab one of those. There are sleeping grunts in the area, so I like to assassinate this guy once he sits his butt down and starts resting. There's random grunts throughout the area, but I don't want to get too far away from this area because the Jackals will probably see me, which they did, and start shooting at me. And now we could just pick people off from afar. So there's a bunch of grunts in this area, and there's some Jackals in the trees. So I'm looking for those Jackals right now. In between picking off grunts. They are shooting at me. I can't tell where they are right now. I know just from the fact that I've already recorded this that there is a Jackal actually down below in the river to the bottom left. Bottom left right now. And there's always a Jackal to my right. He's kind of at the exit of this area. So just take your time, pick people off. Obviously, you want to go somewhat quickly, but not particularly this section, because it is a section full of a bunch of enemies, so you do want to take your time a little bit here. But in general, you do want to go as fast as you can without risking dying. There's the Jackal right there. But there is a time bonus factor that goes into your par score, actually. In the original Halo 3, there was no time bonus, but in Halo 3 in the Master Chief Collection, there is a time bonus, and it can be up to a 3 times multiplier. So if you finish the level with 15,000 points and you get the par time as well, you'll get the maximum time multiplier, which is 3. So your 15,000 will all of a sudden be 45,000. So that would catapult you way over the par score that's required for the achievement. So that's something to keep in mind. We're not going to get anywhere near the par score, or not the par score. We're not going to get anywhere near the par time, rather. We're going to finish in about 5 minutes, which isn't a great time, obviously, for speedrunning or anything like that, but it's a totally fine time for just playing through normally. And we're just getting par scores and taking our time and having a nice little stroll through Sierra 117. There's actually a way to skip all these enemies by jumping up on a pipe and then jumping up towards where the Jackal at the exit of this area is. But again, we're not going for any crazy times or anything, just taking these guys out. We do need the par score, so we do need to kill some people to get our score up. So why not these guys? There's that Jackal I was talking about at the exit of this section. You don't jump up exactly there for the skip, but it's a little bit to the left of that guy. But again, we're not doing that. We're just killing all these people. Killing the Jackals is annoying sometimes because they don't like to expose their heads when you shoot them in the notch. Like you'll see here, I will demonstrate wasting a whole clip on them and not getting any, kills or points out of it. Here we go. This guy, I'll waste my ammo right here. There, whoop. No, I could have shot him in the head there, but I was just terrible. But a good way to avoid having to do that is to just plasma pistol these guys. A lot of people know about doing it for brutes and elites. Not elites in this game, because elites are friendly in this game, but brutes, you obviously noob combo, which is overcharged plasma pistoling them to take down their shield and then shooting them in the head with a headshot weapon to finish them off. But you could also do that with Jackals too, so keep that in mind. So I discussed the tilt skull, and I guess I'll talk about the other skulls as well now. The Mythic skull I also have on, that just doubles the health of all enemies. So nothing really too concerning there actually, because I'm just headshotting all the enemies. And no matter how much health they have, they will still die in one headshot. So the fact that that skull is on does not really concern me at all due to that. Tough luck is annoying. You're experiencing that right now, or I am. You're watching me experience that with the plasma pistoling. I'm trying to noob combo them, and they are dodging the plasma pistol more than usual. And that is due to the tough luck skull being on. They like to dodge out of the way of things more aggressively than they would normally. So you'll see them dodge out of the way of vehicles. You'll see them dodge out of the way of grenades that you throw at them more often. You'll see them dodge out of the way of plasma pistols that are locking onto them. So that's what that skull is all about. The catch skull obviously makes enemies throw more grenades. So that's kind of annoying, but it's a good thing sometimes because they're actually not going to shoot at you as much, which is nice. And it's easier to dodge a grenade than it is to dodge a bullet. And the last one, rounding it out at number 5, is Thunderstorm, which just promotes most of the enemies. So most of them will have a higher rank, they'll be a little bit tougher, but again, due to the fact that I'm just noob comboing most of these people, mostly just the higher enemies like the brutes, or just headshotting them because they have no shield, it doesn't really matter to me if they're a higher rank. They will still die from one headshot after having their shield collapsed, if they have a shield. So we're making our way through this section. Beware of the grunts over to the left there. Previously, behind me, there was a brute choking a marine, and you saw me needle him. I like to grab that needler and needle that guy. It took 2 super combines to destroy him because it is Mythic, so that did take 2 super combines instead of 1. But it's pretty easy. He's obviously not moving because he's scripted to choke that marine or whatever, and he's talking to him when you round the corner, so it's easy to just lock on and needle him to death right away. And then you can just headshot the carbine jackals in the area and keep going and fill up your carbine while you're there. And this section is just a bunch of grunts, and there's one brute with a brute shot in the back there. You can see him shooting at me now. I do have a bubble shield. I am saving it for later. Shoot that grunt. Just clear out all the grunts, and then we could noob the brute. I already did noob him. I just got to shoot him in the face now. There we go. On to the next section. So here we go. We're moving through. Not a great time. Not a terrible time. I haven't died, so that's something. Checkpoint, and here we come across Cortana for the first time, freaking us out. And this part can be skipped actually if you jump down in a certain way and land on certain rocks. You kind of avoid that whole segment where Cortana talks to you. If you play the floor is lava and you jump on the rocks in a certain way, you could actually bypass that whole thing, and it saves a little bit of time. Not anything crazy, but if you're into super speed runs, there's definitely an area where you could shave some seconds off. So you can see there's a bunch of BR ammo in this area that I grabbed. You could actually go down here and assassinate this brute 99 times out of 100, but he oddly kind of dove backwards in this segment. Normally he just stands and shoots at the pelican while you run up behind him and assassinate him. That was not the case this time. He dove backwards, and then he got stuck by his own grunt, so that was weird. But we'll take it, I guess. Was able to kill him. There is a Jackal sniper on the other side of the river. You saw me just take him out, so make sure you take that guy out. He could definitely quickly take you out if you don't take him out first. And we're just noob comboing the couple brutes in the area. There are a handful of grunts throughout the area, so just, you know, shoot them in the face. It's not too difficult, nothing special here. You could decide to take out that gunner if you want, so you can move forward a little more safely. There are 2 regular Jackals around this corner, and we're going to round the corner up here, and there's actually going to be 3 carbine Jackals up here. So there's one right behind that tree there. I could see his nose. I'm trying to shoot it, but apparently I can't get it. But there's a couple other ones we got to take care of anyway. Oh boy, there's a grunt there. Beware of the grenades. There's going to be a bunch of them if you put on the catch skull. And you probably noticed, but I kept, and I do continue to keep changing out my current plasma pistol for a more fresh one. Since there are a ton of them throughout the map, as you kill grunts and jackals, it's easy to replenish your plasma pistol ammo, so you could easily continue to brute shot, or not continue to brute shot, so you could continue to noob combo brutes. So this area is just more brutes and more grunts, so headshot those grunts. Oh my god, there's a brute right next to me, did not see that. Plasma grenade at my feet after I had no shield. I don't know how I'm alive. Use that radar though, boys and girls, and anything in between. You could all use it. Tried to stick that guy. Hit the wall. Not good. Headshot that grunt though. And if you do stick a brute, they will not die with the Mythic and Tilt and whatever other skull affects that. Mythic, Tilt, oh, and Thunderstorm as well. So all those combined makes it so that most of the time a stick will actually only take off the shielding of a brute, not, you know, go all the way and kill them. And that is due to the Mythic skull, due to the fact that it doubles their health, so obviously they're not as easy to kill. Unless it's a headshot, then they're just as easy to kill. Just like that. So here we go. We are almost getting into the Jackal Forest, which is a very annoying section. At least it was at first for me personally. I'm like, where am I getting shot from? But these 2 brutes have different ideas. They don't want to let us into the forest. Come on. Oh god, that guy's right behind me already. He did that flying lunge thing, which is horrifying. If they ever do that thing where they jump up into the air and they have their hands over their head like they're going to hammer fist you when they drop down, do not engage that. Do not try to melee them. You will just die instantly. So come on, let's go. Quit playing around, Arbiter. Just kill him. Let's go. There's one more brute and one more grunt left. Yeah, there's a brute over there. Noob that guy. Why not? He's kind of on an island, so he can't really dodge anywhere. By island, I mean plateau. There's a beam rifle jackal up there, so don't forget about him. Don't forget about any grunts that may still be alive. After you kill a brute, they will berserk sometimes, and when I say berserk, I mean they will just become suicidal. They have no purpose to live. Even though they hate their brute masters, they for some reason just kill themselves. And we are now in the forest of the jackals. So there's a bunch of jackals randomly on the branches and the trees here and on the ground, so you want to watch out. They have those blue glowing helmets. They have the lights on their helmets, so watch out for those. Got one there. Just keep an eye out. There's not that many that have beam rifles in here because it's on heroic. There are a couple though, so watch out for that. There's definitely more enemies in general on legendary and more beam rifles on legendary, but mostly carbines here and not as many. And we're just making our way through slowly but surely. That guy definitely has a beam rifle. Not cool. Not cool at all. Just gather yourself. Checkpoint. We'll take it. There's always a guy right there. And there's always a guy. Not up there. There's sometimes a guy up there on legendary. There's always a guy. Well, it looks like the Arbiter took him out. Never mind. I teased you. I'm sorry. There's always a guy right there, though. For sure. So take him out. Normally I have a beam rifle at this point that I picked up in the forest, but I don't this time, so I'm just going to carbine everyone. There's always a guy there. There's a beam rifle there that I'm shooting at right now. So make sure you take that guy out before you start picking off the other guys. I'm going to try to noob combo this guy, but no promises. Got him. And that guy is always chasing Johnson across that bridge along with those 3 grunts, so take those guys out. And then there's a bunch of enemies below you here. I thought that was a plasma grenade I had selected. Unfortunately, it was a frag, so it bounced right off him. But the Arbiter took him out. Be aware that there's a beam rifle guy right there that I'm shooting at right now. And there's another one right there. So those guys are always there. Whoa, boy. Almost got killed by that one. If it was on Legendary, I may have died. But I probably would have picked up a beam rifle if it was Legendary, so I could make sure I didn't die. It's on Heroic, so I'm taking a few more risks than I would normally. I'm saving my bubble shield still. I could have used it a while ago and picked up a fresh one, I'm sure, somewhere, but I'm just keeping it. And I've taken out all the beam rifle guys. So I'm going to jump down here. I don't have that much ammo left. I could and should probably go back into the forest behind me and pick up some ammo from the carbine jackals. But I'm just going to waltz up in here with no ammo. It's cool. There's also beam rifles I could be grabbing. There's also that BR that I left behind, which has more ammo than my carbine at this point, which I could actually go grab, and I think I do that actually in a little bit. But just taking out the grunts. There's only grunts in this area. There's a lot on the ground, and then there's like 2 or 3 brutes. So here's one of the brutes. Noobed him. He is shieldless. He is naked. We're going to try to headshot him when he comes around. And again, I am being more risky due to the fact that it's on Heroic, and I normally play on Legendary, so I'm like, I got this. I'm just going to run straight at him. And you can see I'm kind of risking death a lot here, more than I would normally. You don't usually run up to people. Normally it takes less smacks to kill brutes, so I'm kind of used to that, and I'm running up to them thinking that I'm going to smack them 2 or 3 times and they'll go down, but nah, that's not the case, because Mythic is on, and then, you know, I have no shield and I'm right next to him, and it's horrifying, and that's never good. But I'm just going to go back into the forest here. I'm going to cut this part out because it's just me looking around for ammo. And I am back with that BR I was talking about, along with a beam rifle I found off one of those dead jackals. So here we go. There's always a jackal up here. Apparently the Arbiter killed him, though. And that's just a grunt he's shooting at now. There's always some people over there, and also one last jackal up on the ridge there. So take that guy out. Beam rifled him right in the face for his troubles. You should have stayed in bed today, guy. You should have called out sick. Should have watched some Price is Right, some Sports Center, played some original Nintendo. I'm just describing my childhood. I may have just dated myself there. But anyway, we're just taking out the remaining enemies here. There is a downed pelican to my left, and there are a bunch of weapons over there. So I'm going to grab some more battle rifle ammo. There's a couple battle rifles that are full over there. There's also some snipers. I'm not going to pick those up, though, because of the tilt skull. I could use them to take out jackals and grunts, but they are pretty much useless against brutes at this point, so I'm just going to use the battle rifle. And I'm going to keep a plasma pistol in my back pocket so I can noob combo those brutes. Like that one. And he, for some reason, jumped over there. I don't know why. Usually he jumps forward and I could headshot him, but not that time. He's trying to make it hard on us. And here he comes. Oh, man. See, that's the maneuver I was talking about. If he does that double hammer fist thing and you're nearby, he will definitely kill you in one hit. So you never want to... I know it's tempting, but you definitely don't want to actually try to meet him halfway and smack him while he smacks you, because that will be the end of you. So we're just killing the remaining people on the bridge here. There is a way to skip this whole section as well. There's an involved jump. It kind of takes a little bit of practice, and we don't really want to go for a speed run here or anything, so I'm just showing you how to blow through this level just normally. And by normally, I guess I mean heroically, since it's on Heroic. So just backing up to get more BR ammo, since I just wasted some on those enemies, and we are going to go to the last section of this level, which is where we're going to free Sergeant Johnson. So we go across this bridge here. There's still a couple grunts over there, and there's going to be a brute over here. So just take him out. Just noob combo him like we've been doing. Nothing crazy, nothing special about that guy. He is nameless to us. We do not care. So I probably should have mentioned a while ago that other things that contribute to your score are multi-kills. So things like double kill, triple kill, overkill, those are all multi-kills, examples of multi-kills. So you want to get those as much as possible, because those increase your score more than just single kills. And also sprees, so killing spree, killing frenzy, running riot, get as many of those as you can. So basically don't die. You lose points just from dying in general, and it also negates your sprees as well. So it's a double negative. And also it means it's taking longer for you to complete the level, so it's a triple negative. Not good. But just wrap around the way I went. I skipped that little in-game cutscene, which you could do, saves a little bit of time. And I assassinated those couple sleeping grunts. At this point I am going to BR the Jackal sniper up on top of the roof there. And that will alert everyone to our presence, but they probably would have seen us right about then anyway, so you might as well get the jump on them while they don't see you. And now we're just going to noob combo a bunch of brutes. This brute chieftain is going to come in. Hold on a second. Now he's going to come in. There we go. This guy I usually sidestep to the left when he swings at me, and I wrap around back and assassinate him, which you've probably seen if you watch any of my other videos with chieftains like this. But actually you could see he kind of went off to the side there, and I recognized the fact that I could probably blast him over the edge with a grenade or two. So I did that, and it worked out, and that's probably something you shouldn't bank on happening. I would say just go for the standard noob combo like we've been doing for all the brutes. The one thing to note though is when you noob combo a chieftain, their helmet doesn't come off, so you actually have to land a few shots on their helmet before their helmet falls off, and then you could land the final headshot, so just be prepared for that. So I've run over here kind of willy-nilly. You could just stay back where we started this whole section and just shoot everybody from over there. I'm kind of being aggressive because it's on heroic, and this is kind of what I do for speedruns as well, so I'm kind of mixing some strategies here. You could stay in the dam like when I started shooting the Jackal and where I blasted the chieftain off of. That's a pretty good spot. They can only come at you from two directions, so it's pretty good for kind of funneling them all into the hot gates like a Spartan would, you know, like 5,000 years ago or whenever that happened in Greece. But we're just continuing to noob combo the brutes and headshot the grunts and jackals. There is a jackal sniper still up on the building. That's why I keep hopping up and looking up there on the pipe or whatever it is, kind of a catwalk up there. But you definitely want to be aware of that. I normally jump on the roof and smash my way through the glass like you saw I did a little bit earlier. Or I failed to do. I was trying to smash through the window. Sometimes it works right away. Sometimes the glass takes a few more punches than normal. All my guides, it seems to take longer than normal. But there's the Jackal up there, you can see, and I took him out. That's pretty much the most dangerous thing in the area. And now that we have freed Johnson in that room, I grabbed a fresh carbine, and I have a plasma pistol, and there are only 2 or 3 waves of enemies left coming from phantoms here. So they're going to drop down. You could take them out if you want. I recommend you take them out. Obviously, if you take them out, the more quickly the level will end. There's actually a pelican that will come in and kill everybody for you, no matter what you do. So even if you stay back, it will come in eventually and take everybody out for you, but it will take longer for the pelican to come in and start doing that. So to speed things up and get a better time bonus and to get more points yourself, obviously kill all these people, or as many of them as you can. And then eventually that pelican will come in and help you out in killing those last enemies. So before we end, I would just like to invite you all to click like and subscribe. Mostly subscribe. If you found this guide helpful or entertaining or both or neither, just subscribe anyway and just keep watching videos. I have hundreds of videos up here, mostly covering the Master Chief Collection along with some previous Halo titles as well. The main goal of this channel is to create an achievement guide for every single Halo achievement in every single Halo game. So that includes original 360 titles such as Halo Reach, ODST, Halo 3, 4, Halo Wars. It includes PC such as Spartan Strike, Spartan Assault, and Halo 2 Vista. And of course it includes Xbox One titles such as Master Chief Collection, Halo 5, and anything that comes after that. And I'll also be covering all the commendations, so for games like Reach, Halo 4 and 5, and any other games that have commendations, I'll have guides out for those as well. And I think my main claim to fame is the fact that I have LASO guides up for every single Halo level in the Master Chief Collection. So that's CE, 2, 3, 4, and ODST LASO guides are ready and waiting for you on this channel. So check it out, guys. Hope you enjoy what's here and what is coming. I try to put guides out every single day for you guys, so come join us. The water is fine.